same thing. And today, we're going to go ahead and go over what we went last week real quick for the first hour, which was, give me a second, I can bring it up. We was talking about like how to build your audience, right? Just like how to build your audience. Sorry, hold on, sorry. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we was talking about Elijah last week and Gabby about how to build your audience, right? Both go over what we went over last week. It was like, how to build your audience by creating a memorable personal brand, right? Because when you first start off, building your channel, starting your channel, you always want to make a very, very great first impression, right? And by doing that, you want to go ahead and create a memorable personal brand starting off, right? So you definitely want to go ahead and just put a lot of work into that. After that, it would be also differentiating yourself from other people, other streamers, right? Like what makes you different from everybody else? What makes what makes you must watch, the must see stream of the night over someone like, a Cassidy, a Duke Dennis, any of them, right? Like what makes you that different? Another thing to differentiate yourself and build how to build your audience is using high quality equipment for streaming, right? Not starting off right away, but eventually you definitely want to start building and boosting up your equipment, right? You want to start getting better equipment. You want to start and go ahead and getting a better microphone, a better camera. You want to get better effects, right? You want to hire your graphics editor and get a better effects team, right? So these are things that you definitely want to do, right? You also rely on social media, right? You want to rely on social media because that's how you're going to get your name out there, right? By posting on Facebook and posting on Instagram and posting on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and everything, right? Because you want to just get your name out there. You have to promote yourself. So you definitely want to rely on social media, not just for promotion, but also for things like keeping up with trends, staying up to date with the newest trends, the newest songs, right? It's always going to be on social media first for the most part. So you definitely want to pay attention to that, right? um Collaborate with other streamers and creators, right? Once you get big enough, once you get like 5,000, 10,000 views, see if you can go ahead and collaborate with other creators, other streamers, right? I'm not talking about just specifically streamers, that's why I said creators. So if you want to go ahead and tell me what I gotta do skits, do that. If you want to go ahead and collaborate with someone that does any other content, different what you're doing, go ahead and take advantage of that. You definitely want to go ahead and you definitely want to just use that, collaborate with different other streamers and creators, right? I think I already said this in the rely on your social media, but you always need to stay up to date with new trends and games, right? Um, if you're a video game streamer, having something like an Opera GX browser where they have the game calendar is perfect because it lets you know what all video games come out for this platform, for that platform. You always want to have that. Um, Also, like I said, stay up to date with different trends, different slang, because you always need to be in the know. As a streamer, you always need to be in the know of what's new and what's hot. Be consistent with your streaming schedule. So if you have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and every other Saturday, Sunday schedule, stay consistent with that. Don't switch it up. Don't 1 week do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the next week you do Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, you need to have that same Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and every other Saturday and Sunday schedule consistently week after week after week. Right. So you always want to stay consistent and also just interact with your audience, right? So talk to your audience, have a poll, joke with them, have giveaways. It's a lot of things that you can do to interact with your audience. And those are just some of the things right there. And of course, you want to have a place where your community can come together and commingle. They can talk. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. And, of course, like I said, create a Discord channel. You always want to have a Discord channel so you can have a place where your community can commingle, they can talk, they can, come up with ideas, anything to help the channel and just be among themselves, just have a safe space so they can talk about your channel, of course, in good ways, not bad ways. Like I said, in just ways, just a place where they can all come in. I'm not gonna play I'm gonna play a little bit of the video, so give me a second. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna play this video. Let me share the screen. So I'm gonna play this video real quick. Just really pretty much just going over how to grow on Twitch. You can use this on the, whatever platform you're using. It also applies to that. So if it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, of course, Twitch, Kick, you can use these same things that he's going to teach in this channel. I mean, on this video for the Twitch platform, for the other platform. So to take out Twitch, put in YouTube, and you can use the same exact tools that he's going to give you in this video for that platform.
Do you want to grow on Twitch in 2023? This video will help you. Hopefully. That's the goal. About 2 years ago, I made a video on this channel that is by far my best performing video by miles, explaining all the things that you can do to grow your Twitch channels and start to gain some more followers and some more viewers. However, a lot has changed since 2021 in the live streamer space, so that video needs an update, and that's what this video is going to be. In this video, I'm going to be going over all the tips and tricks that I've used and still use to gain a following on Twitch that will absolutely help you if this year is the year that you decide to take on the streaming journey and have some fun over on Twitch, or I suppose any live streaming platform this will work for. Without further ado, let's jump into how you can actually grow on Twitch in 2023. Hopefully. Think about your streaming title. Scroll through any of the big games that are being played on Twitch right now, and you will see the same thing over and over again. Fortnite with my duo, come chill. Warzone and chill, come say hi. That is not an enticing, clickable title. Would you watch a video that simply just said, I made a video, come click it? No, because it doesn't tell you anything. Put something funny or something wacky and wild that might actually entice someone to click your stream. It's no secret that Twitch provides no discoverability to its streamers, so you have to take every advantage you have that will get people to click on your stream should they just be scrolling through the category. I can't tell you what exactly your title should be because it's going to be different for everybody, but what I would say is scroll through the category that you're normally live in and look at some other people's titles, or check out some other streamers you like and look at what their titles are. I always tend to put something just absolutely completely unhinged in my titles, like Irish Supreme Gigantor destroys all in video game, wow, or something stupid. Point is, it's not enough to just say come say hi. It won't make anyone actually come and say hi to you. On top of the title, add tags to your stream. Twitch allows you to add custom tags to your stream. You can put whatever you want in there, like first time player, or backseating encouraged, or please help me, or give me advice, or whatever you want. I have the tag crazed barbarian. I also have the tag Ryan Gosling on my stream. I don't know why, but people see it and they click on the stream and they're like, yo, what's up with your tags? It's a genuine thing. Get creative with your tags and put some stuff in there that combined with your title may actually entice people even further to come and click you. Your whole goal with Twitch is to somehow separate yourself from 8.9 million other streamers. That number is real. As of 2020, there are 8.9 million active streamers on Twitch. Turn off your view count. Do not look at how many people are watching you on stream. I know it's really nice to be able to see like, oh wow, I got 3 viewers or I got 10 viewers. Wow, that's awesome. However, on the flip side of that, you could have a really off day and stream to no one. So you're not performing, you're not on because no one's there. There's no reason for you to be like, hey, what's up? I'm the streamer. Pog. What's the point? You've no audience. It's like being on stage at a bar and playing music and there's literally no one there. It's not going to matter what you do or say because no one's going to see it, right? Wrong. Somebody could come in and be there for a second and you're not saying anything because you think no one's there, and next thing they're gone because they're not waiting around for you to say anything. You should at all times be acting as if you have 1,000 viewers in your stream. I know it's so difficult to like turn on the whole streamer thing and be really enthusiastic and energetic when you think that there's no one watching you, but that is it. That's the reality of what you have to do. Constantly try to to be talking and acting like those viewers are there. And maybe eventually they will be. But if you're saying nothing and waiting for 100 viewers, they won't come. That's why you should just turn off the view count. If you don't know, there could be no one there or there could be 1,000 people there. But either way, you're doing your thing and you're being an entertaining streamer. If you're struggling with this, I made a video on how to talk to an empty chat or to a quiet chat. This is what the thumbnail looks like. You can find it on my channel, linked below or in the card up here. And now for the one that is said time and time again by me and anyone else who makes content like this. Make content on other platforms. Now, telling you to make content is like telling a master musician to play music. What does it mean? What do you want? What do you want to see? What is the thing I should be making? Unfortunately, the answer to that is going to lie within you. However, I was so against this at the start, but now I'm coming around to the idea of it because I feel like it really matters now more than ever. Short form content, YouTube Shorts, TikToks, and Instagram Reels. However, don't just clip your funny Twitch clips, throw it out there, and it's done for. Try and make content that will relate back to your stream. I made a video on this recently enough, but let me explain it just a tiny bit here in this video. I used to be a variety streamer, which means I played different games all the time on Twitch. So my game was always changing, hence my clips that I would get on my channel were always changing. So I would post the GTA 5 clip to TikTok. It might do really well and get 50,000 views. And people come by my stream then because they've seen my dope GTA 5 clip, only for me to be playing Dark Souls. But they didn't come for Dark Souls. They came for GTA 5. So they're just gonna leave. I'm not saying that you're screwed if you're a variety streamer, but try have some sort of like constant to your content, if that makes sense. Maybe that's the way you're talking, the catchphrases you're using, the way it's edited, whatever. But try put some form of constant into that short video, that even if someone sees you do one thing, they came for you, not the game, so they'll gladly watch you do another thing. It's very hard to accomplish this, but if you get creative, you can get something really cool. For example, somebody who's absolutely blown up through short form content lately is that Slater guy who does Warzone content, but he does the kid voice changer and makes himself sound like a kid. People are watching those clips because, yeah, he's cracked at Warzone, that's cool, but he's also doing something hilarious with the voice changer. That's his little niche, that's his constant. You'd watch him do that on Apex, Escape from Tarkov, any of those games. Hell, I'd even watch him do it in World of Warcraft. It's just funny. So what I'm saying is, if you're a variety streamer and you're making that content, try put something that is a regular thing in there that people can expect across your content. So that means that if they come from a clip that is a different game than what you're currently streaming, they're still likely to hang out. If you're somebody who plays just the one game exclusively, this isn't as big of a problem with you because, you know, you're going to be making content all based around one game and then streaming that same game. However, same applies. Get creative with it. Try find your thing. Try find your niche. What can you do in that game that no one else can? The bonus point for this as well is TikTok Live. This is becoming the meta very, very quickly. To get this, you need to be doing live streams on TikTok just from your phone. But if you set your phone up and you're just chatting nonsense to your TikTok followers or to no one for like 25 minutes and do that twice in a month or something like that, you will most likely be invited to download the TikTok Live Studio, and they'll give you a stream key, meaning that you can actually stream your gameplay from your desktop or wherever, or your console, to TikTok. This is something I've only had for about a week, but I've really already been like, yeah, this is the future. Don't go live 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are wasting your time. Instead of streaming for 12 hours and not growing at all, or only gaining 1 or 2 followers in that time, or even no followers at all, split that time in half and use the time that you still would have been live doing something more beneficial for your content. It's no secret that you don't really grow on Twitch when you're live unless you're lucky enough to get like a 10,000 person raid. And even then, you're not guaranteed anything. If you learn to edit or learn to make TikToks, even by, you know, editing in something like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve or whatever program, or even making them online on something like Streamladder, which is completely free and really easy to use. Not only have you made a TikTok, you've made a TikTok, a YouTube short, a reel, and a clip that you can post to Twitter. You've now made 4 pieces of content that you can put across 4 different platforms and hit 4 different types of viewers. And now, instead of being seen by 1 or 2 people when you were still live, you've gained potentially hundreds of thousands of impressions simply by managing your time a little bit better. Spend your money wisely. Trust me, I know this better than anyone because I'm guilty of it. When you start streaming, you instantly want to buy the world. I need a Go XLR and I need a Stream Deck and acoustic paneling. I need more acoustic paneling. Having shiny stream gear is fantastic, and have the ability to, you know, bleep out stuff is funny and all that kind of thing, and having the ability to change scenes on a push of a button and blah 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 is all fantastic. The only thing you need if you want to be a streamer and if you want to gain success on Twitch is something to play your games on or do your just chatting on, and a microphone. Everything else can come later. There is no point in you starting this journey, or potentially not even starting because you think you need all this stuff before you can start. There's no point you spending like 5-6 grand on all of this gear only for you to decide in 2 months, I'm bored of this, or I don't like it, or it's not working. Why don't I have 100,000 viewers? Build it up over time. And plus, you don't even need it. Look at someone like XQC. I mention this guy all the time in my videos because he's the perfect case study for this. He's the biggest streamer on Twitch, and the man uses a C920 webcam and a blue snowball mic. He just has what he needs. So don't be fooled by these posts you see on Reddit or on Instagram or Twitter of these crazy, insane setups with people with, cotton all over their ceiling. You don't need it. I'm someone who loves gear. I've collected quite a lot of gear over time, but however, a lot of the gear I had when I started Twitch, I had already from my job. I was a videographer, so I had cameras, I had lighting, I had all this stuff. Don't bankrupt yourself chasing a dream that you don't even know if you're going to enjoy yet. A $10,000 streaming room or streaming setup is still only as good as the streamer that's sitting in it, or in my case, standing in it, because I bought a standing desk. If you have a bit of money to spend on your Twitch stream at the start, spend it getting some good branding, like logos and design done for your stream. Not off some designer on the internet who's charging $3 for a design because you're going to get what you pay for, but find someone who you think could do this for you, or maybe you could learn to even do it yourself. If neither of those things are the options, the solution for that is today's sponsor, Placeit.net. Placeit.net is absolutely perfect for new streamers or content creators. Starting your stream, regardless of all the stuff I just talked about, can be really overwhelming, especially when you need panels, follower alerts, or raid alerts, or donation alerts, or all of those things, or even a whole overlay for your stream. It is daunting and it is very hard. That's why Placeit is awesome, because it makes these things so simple as well as affordable. Placeit is a website that you can use if you have absolutely zero design knowledge whatsoever. You simply go on there and browse through a whole load of different templates that you can then edit to be completely your own. They even have an entire gaming section dedicated to things like Twitch and YouTube gaming and a load of other stuff that you can use to your disposal. You can upload your own assets into them, or even use some of Placeit's ones and just design everything right then and there to make some amazing, amazing stuff. One thing I love that they do is like little Instagram stories that you can edit so that you can tell your followers on Instagram when you're live through this sick little animated story. It looks great. Placeit is so affordable, and genuinely, if you're struggling to start with this stuff, I could not recommend them more. They're part of the Envato marketplace, and I've been an avid Envato user for like 10 years, and it was a no-brainer when Placeit reached out for me, and that's why I've been partnered with them for well over a year now. Go check it out for yourself if you don't want to take my word for it. There's so much free stuff on the website as well, which is awesome. And if you do decide to make a purchase, use code X2Shoes when you're checking out so they know I sent you. Thanks to Placeit again for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to that video. When you first start creating content, if it's anything like my experience, you're not going to want to do anything other than create content. You will literally become addicted to creating content. I know people get sucked into things and they really want to do it all the time, but this can become unhealthy fast. I know you're excited about it, and I know you're raging to get going, and you just want to spend all your time setting up your stream and finding that cool logo or making your new follower alert or whatever. But like streaming in the morning and then 3 hours later being like, actually, I have nothing to do now, I can stream again. Don't do that. I know you have the energy for it now, but it will catch up on you, I promise. As I said earlier, being live doesn't equal success. It's just going to burn you out. Most people can't operate at that high energy level and still maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle. If you go too far deep into this, your relationships will suffer, your friendships will suffer, your school or work can suffer as a result of you doing this too much. Remember, at the start, it is not your job. Hey, it might become your job, and then it's a whole different kettle of fish. I used to do this as a job full time, and I got out of it for this exact reason. I don't want to dampen anyone's spirits, but it is scary how much you can get sucked into the cycle of just always wanting to be online or always wanting to be creating or making something because you feel like you're not doing anything. So please look after yourself. Make sure you're getting enough sleep and you're eating well and getting away from the PC, because all of those things will feed into your creative process and help you down the line. You can't operate doing this as a hobby, let alone a career, if you're staying up till gamer hours all the time, grinding. No, you're not. You're just playing games hoping to hit a sick clip. Not trying to sound like a boomer here or like I'm telling you what to do, but trust me, I've been down this road and I know it doesn't end well. So look after yourselves. Learn chat etiquette. Spend time in other people's Twitch channels, seeing how they talk to their chat and how their chat talk back to them. See what emotes they use, see what alerts they have, see all of those things and use it as inspiration. You don't understand your target audience or your target demographic, it's very hard to create content for that. Now that's one side of it, but also in chat etiquette as well is learn what you can and can't do in someone's chat. Obviously, a lot of the people who watch these videos are streamers, and time again, I have people coming into my Twitch chat telling me that they're a streamer and basically spending the next 6 or 7 messages self-promoting themselves in my chat. That is useless and that is pointless, and don't do it. Coming into someone's chat and saying things like, oh, no way, you stream Minecraft too? That's so crazy. I stream Minecraft. I'm just about to go live, actually. See ya. I know you think people might think, wow, another small streamer. I'm going to go look at them. Nobody's going to follow you over because chat are wise to this type of thing, and they'll just be like, cringe. And the streamer that you're doing it to is going to be like, rude. It's just not a good look for you, especially if you're trying to make connections in the space. That's also not networking as well. Self-promotion in other people's chats or in other people's discords, or simply just spamming your link in a random place saying, hey, check me out, I'm live right now, bro. That's not going to make anyone check you out. People aren't mindless drones who will just go click a link simply because it's in a place, especially if it's somewhere where it's not meant to be. You don't know how many comments I have to clear out of my YouTube videos of people just dropping their Twitch link in my comments being like, yo, good video, I'm live now. Why would I click that? Why would anyone click that? However, making genuine connections with people with no ulterior motive in things like Discord or even in Twitch chats will absolutely add to your viewership. There's so many people who have met in my stream and all stream themselves, and they all share an audience, but they're genuine friends. They didn't make this connection with the idea of like follow for follow in the back of their head or support for support. They just thought each other were cool people and the rest came after. That's how you network. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Maybe you're starting streaming this year and you're like, I'm going to be a Valorant streamer. My whole thing is going to be, I'm going to learn to play Valorant from the lowest rank all the way up to the highest rank. That's my thing. Every day I'm going to do that. 6 months in, a year in, 2 years in, you can change. Just because you start on one path does not mean you have to continue down that path, especially if you're getting bored. If you're still having fun and it's working for you, absolutely have at it. But don't be afraid to just change up your content and try something new at any point. I was a variety streamer for 2 years straight. However, a couple of months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm bored with this. I really want to try my hand at just playing this one game that I like. And now I play an exclusive game, only one game. I only make content around that one game off stream. And now my views are higher than ever. Don't be afraid to pivot and change. Just because you start something does not mean you have to finish it in that exact way. You are losing potential viewers sitting in a random category or in the just chatting category with the stream title testing. Don't test your gear while you're live. You know how many people come by your stream when you're live? Do you ever look at that number in your stream dashboard? Let's say that number is 500 people who just happen by your stream, and literally the stream looks like this. Hello, test, test, test. That is 500 people now that will potentially never come back to your stream. Create a second Twitch channel and use that for testing. When you want to test something, go live on that channel and watch it on your phone or have it up on another monitor. Tell your mods about it and get them to give you feedback. But don't do it on your main channel, especially if you're on your way to affiliate. Don't harm your average viewership by doing these test streams. And finally, just do it. Just go live. Stop making excuses. Just go live if you can. So many people do not do this. Everyone's like, I'm starting my stream in February when I get my new this, or I'm starting my stream in January 2027 because I'm actually waiting for my Go XLR to arrive. If you have the means to go live, just go live. You keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, you'll never start. You could be potentially denying yourself hours of fun by simply just putting it back and back and back. Trust me, I know it's daunting. It's a lot easier for some people to hit the go live button than it is some other people. But the only way you're going to shed that nervousness or that anxiety around doing it is by just doing it and realizing, hang on a minute, this is actually a lot of fun. On the flip side, maybe you realize, yeah, you know what, this isn't for me, and that's completely okay too. But you gave it the old college try, and that's all that matters. And finally, there is no shortcut to Twitch growth. There's absolutely no shortcut to it. There's no thing you can do, no button you can click, no service you can pay for that's going to gain you 1,000 viewers. It comes from hard work, a lot of time, a little bit of luck, and perseverance and commitment. You'll get there if you get there. But if you want some more advice or some more things you can do to help growing, I have a whole channel dedicated to this. If it's your first time in this channel, I make videos like this every single week, and some of them I think are pretty helpful. So if you enjoyed today's video, there's 100 more just like it on my channel. So feel free to check them out and subscribe if you liked it. It would mean the world to me. Please leave a like on this video if you thought it was informative. They really do help. I want to end today's video by firstly apologizing. I get very passionate about this kind of thing. I don't mean to tell you what to do. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and always put your own spin on things. What worked for me may not always work for you. Best of luck in all of your journeys. I hope you all do amazing. I hope to see you on Twitch soon. Peace out. Much love. Bye-bye.
All right, that's just a quick video I wanted to show about how to start your stream, like how to, build your community, how to start networking and everything like that, right? So a couple of things that he talked about that we're going to go over real quick was just, having a consistent stream schedule, right? Don't overload yourself. If you feel like it's too stressful, you're doing too much, it's okay to take a step back and, take care of yourself, take care of your family, your loved ones, because that's something that's not talked about a lot for streaming, because you're going to be streaming and it has to be in the know 24/7, 365, even on your off days, right? You want to always stay up the trend, so you always reading the news, you always reading culture magazines and everything like that. You're not, you don't really have a time to yourself. So if you need to step away for a while, for a week or two, or even a month, that's fine, because hopefully by that time you done build up enough cachet with your community, with your audience, that they're going to understand, right? So it's okay to take care of yourself, but also just staying consistent with your streaming schedule, right? So you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you're doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, you're doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. But you have to stay consistent, right? You have to stay consistent. So look at someone like C.L.I.C.K. He's consistently always streaming on the days that he say he's going to stream, right? And that's not even including the special days that he's doing, right? He's doing special days like going to Tokyo, doing the week long stream nonstop. Like he's doing a lot. So that is definitely something that you should, take advantage of if you have to. Um, Unique routes, right? It's you can't also take the unique routes of building your community, right? What can you do? You can, build your community. So think of someone like Ninja, think of someone like Castleman, Pokemon, Duke Dennis, whoever, right? You have them people that built their community doing unique things, right? Work the crowd. Pretty much get them on your side, work them on your favor, right? So if you got to do some giveaways or you got to talk to them differently, whatever, you do that to get them on your side. Always keep it fresh. You always need to keep it fresh, right? That's why I'm saying, like, you always got to stay in the know. So you got to stay on X, or now it's Blue Sky, or you got to stay on Twitch, you to stay on Reddit, whatever, right? Instagram, you always want to stay in the know to know what everybody's doing, celebrities included. You always want to know what everybody is doing so you can be fresh. Learn from the best. Take some things from Cassinet, right? He's the best right now, right? Pokemon, Duke Dennis, even Ninja and PewDiePie and all of them, right? You want to take things from them that works and add it to your repertoire, right? And make it to your own. You don't want to just take it and just use it. Make it into your own, right? Build over time. It's going to take time for you to build, what I'm saying, your community. It's going to take time for you to get 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 5,000, 10,000. It's going to take time. But if you stay true to it, you put your all into it, it's going to happen. And also just using the tag system, right? So like he said in the video, use your tag. So if I had a Twitch channel, my tags would be like gaming, it'd be mechs, because I love mechs. It'd be cars, 'cause I love cars. It'd be RPGs, it'd be basketball. I'm using all these tags so I can cast a wide enough net so I can get followers, right? So even someone that don't even watch anime, but I like to talk about basketball, and they like basketball, I'm hoping they're subscribed to my channel just to hear me talk about basketball for whatever 10, 20, 30 minutes that I'm going to talk about basketball, right? If I talk about cars, it may not be a long stream while I'm talking about cars, but it may just be a part of it. If they can just come in for that part when I talk about cars, they're going to subscribe to me. That's all I want. So definitely using the tag system is something that's going to work out for you to build your channel. Just remember that. Uh, so now you built your audience, right? You had two different ways, the traditional way, the unique way, but how do you grow that audience now, right? Now you build your audience. Now you have 1,000 subscribers. How do you build that to 5,000 subscribers? How do you build that to 10,000? Well, define your niche. What is your niche? What makes you you, right? Your niche is pretty much something that, that you're specifically liking, right? So like I like mechs. I like, mechs. So I like giant machines like Gundams and stuff like that, right? So that's a niche because not everybody don't like mechs, right? Or I may like certain comic book characters, right? That's a niche. So that's something that you got to think about. What is your niche? Set your goals, right? What is your goal for the year? What's your goal for these following 6 months when you a Twitch streamer, right? Do you want to reach a subscriber count? Do you want to raise a certain amount of money? What is your goal? These are things that you can do to help build your audience because you may have some stranger on Twitch that's watching you and they really like the message that you're spitting about raising money for charity or foundation, or you want to build your subscriber count. So you want to have this many subscribers by the end of these three month period. Let's say you at 1,000, you want to go to 3,000 in 3 months. You can do that as a goal. But also remember what your goals, even if you don't make them, just be grateful for the time and the experience that you share with your subscribers, streaming, trying to get those subscribers, trying to raise that money, right? It's going to be a lot of fun times you're going to have. Stream consistently, of course, be interactive, of course, promoting your stream. We talked about that. Host other streamers, right? So let's say you know someone who just started to have 100 subscribers, and then you have 5,000. Host that streamer, right? Host that streamer, spread your goodwill. So some of your people, they may like that person's channel, they're gonna subscribe to that channel too, right? That 100 subscribers, they may just subscribe to your channel just because you're looking at their. That 100 subscriber count that the other streamer had that you're hosting, they may go ahead and just subscribe to your channel just because they feel like what you're doing is a good thing. Goodwill brings a lot of good things to you. So remember that. And also attend meetups and host meetups, right? So you always want to do that, right? You always want to host and attend meetups. So a Comic Con, a Blur Con, a Dream Con, things of that nature. If you can have a meetup there, right? Maybe someone in your Discord channel. That's why the Discord channel is important. Like, hey, we go host a meetup for Gabby. We go host a meetup for Keegan, whatever like that, right? And you get an RSVP of 100 people, 200 people, maybe even low as 50 people. So still, that's a really good thing, a really good look. Host a meetup, meeting your community, interacting with them, right? So that's that be interactive part with your community, right? So just remember that always like attend or host meetups so that you can. Really good networking with other streamers, other creators, and also a chance for you to build your community, kick it with your community in person. They really like that. So of course, and also host giveaways. That's a really big thing. Someone like Mr. Beast on the channel, this video don't exist no more, but his video was really good. It was showing how really effective that he was in pretty much pushing his giveaways, right? You know, Mr. Beast do like, hey, I'm giving away 200 iPhones, or I'm giving away so many of these or so many of that, and it works out in their favor, right? So always remember that too, that hey, you can definitely go ahead and post giveaways that'll definitely help grow your audience even more. So that's the end of this PowerPoint. So let's go to the next one now. Give me 1 second. How to monetize your stream, right? So we talked about how to set up your stream. We talked about how to monetize your stream. We talked about a lot, right? No, not monetize. We talked about how to start your stream, how to grow your audience, how to build your channel, build your channel up and everything. But let's say you got all of that doing, and now you have 5,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. How can you monetize that stream? How can you make money from this stream? Because at the end of the day, when you're taking on streaming, yes, it may be a passion, but it's also a job. But how can you get paid for streaming, right? But these are the three ways that we're going to talk about today: contract, sponsorship, and audience gifts, right? All three of these points are very, very great points, and very, very all three of these points is very great ways to make money and how to monetize your stream. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about contracts, right? So contracts, you get signed to a team or organizational platform. So you can get signed to a team if you do esports. So if you're very, very heavy in something like Call of Duty or Halo or something like that, even like Marvel Rivals about to get ready to start up their esports thing, you can sign with the esports team and they can pay you very, very well, right? You can get paid esports up to probably, I want to say 30, 40K. You know what I'm saying? That's just the pay that they give you, not including the money that you would get from endorsements and sponsorships and everything. You can sign with an organization. Let's say you can't do everything by yourself anymore. Let's say that you're used to editing your videos, you're used to doing this, you're used to doing that, and you can't do it no more. You're tired. You can sign with an organization like a big giant network that hosts a lot of other streamers that would take care of that for you. So you would do your stream, they would take your stream real time, edit it, chop it up, put it all over YouTube Shorts, put it all over Instagram Reels, put it all everywhere, TikTok, so they can put your name out there. So all you got to worry about is just recording, and then they get the video from you, and you can send it to them, or they take it live from the stream and they edit it real time, right? Or it's a platform, right? You've seen these deals where like they sign deals with specific platforms, so they only stream on these platforms. So It used to be you sign with Twitch, right? You're only streaming on Twitch. You're not streaming on YouTube. You're not streaming on Facebook. You're just streaming on Twitch, right? Or when Mixer was alive back in the day, you would sign with Mixer, right? I think everybody, not everybody, but like Ninja. Ninja signed the $50 million deal with Mixer to just specifically stream on Mixer, right? So $50 million just streaming on one platform. And again, that's not including sponsorship deals, endorsement deals that he have, or even the audience, the gift subs and the donations that he get from like his super chats and stuff. It's just $50 million flat from just signing the stream on that one platform. So how do you get the endorsements, right? How do you get these opportunities to get these contracts and things like that? Well, honestly, it's just your work. So if you have a certain amount of subscribers, right? That's why I said like 10, like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. A lot of the smaller sponsorships are going to come, or endorsement deals, I should say, it's going to come knocking on your door. So let's think of some endorsement deals, right? You have like Better Health, if you ever heard of that, or Fresh Chef, or um, Omaha Steaks, Audible Books, Audible.com. These are just some endorsements that I'm thinking off the top of my head, but they will usually come with you and be like, hey, we'll give you a commission off this link that we're going to give you, right? So it may be Gabby 15, right? Where they use your link, it'll be betterhealth.com/Gabby 15, and you get the 15%. So if they sign up for a subscription for 3 months and it's $75, you'll get 15% off that $75. So these are just some of the things that you can do that will happen to you. But also make sure you sign the contract, and also remember, legal class cover this. You want to make sure that your contract is signed and that you take it to a lawyer to make sure that nothing shady is happening, that everything is legit and you're taken care of. Sponsorship. So sponsorships is another important way of monetizing your stream, right? In some cases, it can be the lifeblood of your channel, and in other ways, it can be addition. Sponsorship deals can include money, but also products from brands that have deals with. So things like PDP, Razor, HelloFresh. These are all sponsorship deals that you could get, right? We have seen streamers in the past find a lot of crazy sponsorship deals, right? I believe Ninja had like a Nike deal. Some of these streamers have like a Gatorade deal. So we have seen streamers in the past be able to parlay their popularity, the huge popularity on Twitch or YouTube, whatever, into getting these crazy huge sponsorship deals. I'm going to play this video. After I play this video, we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to ask you some questions about some sponsorship deals that you think that you would like. So go ahead and play this video.
56 years.
Go ahead and just get this over with.
Horizon is conquering dead zones with satellite and
What's up, guys? Harris here. I wanted to talk to you about something really important and really kind of hard to talk about today, and that's sponsorships. And not just the standard sponsorship videos that you see a lot of, like, oh, get your elevator pitch ready, network as much as you can, blah, 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 which are usually good, but they're very surface level. And I would just like to get into more of the nitty-gritty of sponsorships and actually talk about how they work and things you need to look out for when you should start looking for sponsorships. The stuff that really you can only give advice on if you're very experienced in the area. And unfortunately on Twitch, there's not a lot of people who have extensive experience with working with brands or sponsors. And really the only streamers on like Twitch or Mixer who are doing these large sponsorships or brand deals are either the top 20 to 30 streamers who then of course aren't making videos about them afterwards. Two, people who are signed to organizations like pro players who then of course aren't actually making a single dollar off of them anyway. And then people like me who are have an extensive history of social media and came from other platforms like YouTube or Instagram, where brand deals are much more prevalent and have a lot more history, and then moved over to Twitch. So fortunately, that's the kind of experience that I can share. I've worked with well, I'll just put logos on the screen. This is every company I can think of that I've worked with over the past 5 years. And there are just a lot of things that you should know before heavily pursuing sponsorships or brand deals. And so I view this video as super important, because this isn't a video about setting up your OBS, getting rid of some dropped frames, or setting up your light just right. This is about turning your stream into a business. This is about turning this into a career and actually making money. And some of the mistakes that a lot of streamers make that end up sometimes being career breaking. It's important that you have an understanding of how much a streamer is making for having a tiny little logo underneath his camera during his stream. And by the way, spoiler, more times than not, it's absolutely nothing. By the way, I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening on Twitch. Link to that down in the description below. Also, if you find this helpful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. I've had the incredible experience over the past 5 years of being a full-time content creator, of working with some of the top name brands. And some of these experiences were absolutely incredible, and some of them were nightmares, and I will never want to work with those brands again. Some of these were simple one-off brand deals. Some of them were longer-term sponsorships. These deals were the lifeblood of our careers because we were running a music channel and we weren't able to monetize anything. Nope. 22 million views, and Warner Brothers took every single penny. And called and threatened legal action, by the way. They made Kenzie cry. Not a fan. But these brand deals made up almost 100% of our income. So I would like to share with you guys a little bit more about how these work, some do's and don'ts of sponsorships, and of course, how you should treat your channel to best prep yourself for turning it into a career in the future. First off, you guys came into the video because the word sponsorship was in the title, and now I'm talking about brand deals. Let's talk about the two words and what they mean. They are technically pretty interchangeable, but generally in the industry, when someone says brand deal, they're talking about a one-time exchange deal. The brand gives you money and or a product. You, in return, advertise said product on your channel, and yeah, you're pretty much done. You've seen a handful of these on this channel, and even a couple of videos throughout the rest of this month are going to have these kind of brand deals on them. The word sponsorship, however, is often used when you're talking about a long-term contract. You rep the brand for a number of months or years, whether it's putting their logo on your stream or like them using your likeness on their website. You basically become integrated with the brand. These aren't as cut and dry as the others, and even though they're longer, they often pay less, and because the deliverables aren't as clear, they can often get a little sketchy. It's often just a way for a company to brand your channel, much like the way a rancher brands his cattle. But for some reason, there's kind of this weird perspective among small streamers, and sometimes larger streamers too, that if you have sponsors, you're legit. This mindset can actually be a huge hindrance to streamers, and let me explain why. And I'm not just talking about one of those like, oh, your mindset is in the wrong place kind of hindrances. This causes streamers to make poor decisions with their brand. This makes poor decisions with their money. This causes them to make poor decisions with their time. You guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I did a video a while back on how to approach brands and kind of what sponsors want to hear from you when you approach them. I did a second video then on analyzing some big gaming brands' affiliate programs and how to spot predatory ones. Consider this video like the third installment of the sponsorship series, and one, unfortunately, that a lot of you guys are going to click away from because I am going to be saying some things that you don't want to hear. But it's about why you should stop trying to get sponsors for now, while you're at home. There's a time and a place for everything, and when you're at gaming events, you should approach every sponsor possible, even the ones you don't want to work with. But for now, stop. And just to put some validation behind that, so you know I'm not just lying to you, so I get to keep all the sponsors for myself, in the past 5 years of doing what I do, I have reached out to fewer than 5 sponsors. I just don't do it. There's no reason to do it. Let's talk about how they work. Before a sponsorship contract is written up, an evaluation of your brand value is done. The brand will look at the reach you have on your channel and on your socials, and not just the number of followers. In fact, that's probably one of the least important ones on there. They will look at the engagement and the influence that you have with your audience. So for example, the amount of likes and follows that you get on your tweets, or how fast you are growing, or what is the reason that people follow you. Do they just think you're entertaining, or do they actually respect your opinion on a topic? If you'll let me be completely transparent with my business here, one of the big things that I share with brands is my Amazon associate numbers, how much actual merchandise I sell via the links in the description of the videos, because that gives the brand a very real number of how my videos translate into sales. So by the way, everybody who's purchased anything from a link, thank you. And by the way, I do plan on being incredibly transparent in this video if you're okay with that. Not just giving you theoretical answers of how this works, but actually giving you real numbers of what I work with. I feel like that would actually help you understand what you should look for and what you should expect. So the brand will come to you with an offer. If you put an ad in your video for our product, we will pay you this amount. That number will always be less than what you're worth every time. It's not anything personal. It's just the way business works. Now, if you have great representation, like an agent, the brand will come to you and say, hey, we want to pay you $2,000 for this brand integration. The agent will come back and say, no, 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 no. Harris knows what he's worth, and his video is worth $4,000. And they'll go back and forth until they finally settle on $3,000, which is probably the most accurate representation of what it's worth. And by the way, just to kind of pull the curtain off of this for a little bit, I probably started doing brand deals on this channel at about 50,000 subscribers. And to do a, let's say, 1 minute integration to the beginning of a video, I would probably get paid anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. Now that the channel is above 100,000 subscribers, a more realistic number of what we generally negotiate is probably between $3,000 and $6,000. Now keep in mind that this channel has an incredibly high engagement rate. We get a lot of views and likes and comments compared to our number of subscribers. Not to mention the content on this channel is super brandable. So compare that to someone who's maybe doing gaming videos on their YouTube channel and has 100,000 subscribers, they're probably doing brand deals for anywhere from $500 to $1,500. But this also allows me to be incredibly picky with sponsors on my channel, and I can say no to any kind of sponsors that would either hurt the channel or would hurt you. Now, I've shared a lot of information similar to this in videos before, and since then I've gotten numerous questions about how do I get sponsors? How do I
work and play without delay? Choose the
I get an agent? The point of me resharing this information with actual numbers is to drive a point. Until your channel has actual value in the market, you will not make any money off of these. The mistake streamers make is they think that having sponsors legitimizes your channel, but all that's doing is you're putting the cart before the horse. The only way you're going to get any kind of return from any of these sponsors is if you've already put in the work, you've created the content, and you've built an audience before you try to get the sponsors. I can promise you that having a G Fuel logo on your stream will, one, not get you any more viewers, and two, all you're going to get is a tiny percentage off of G Fuel, which then you're going to use to buy more G Fuel than you would have bought otherwise, costing you more money. Do you see the marketing scheme here? It can actually get worse too. Let's say you do sign one of these contracts and then you actually do blow up and you have value in the market. Oftentimes you're signed to a long-term commitment and you're restricted from working with any of those companies' competitors. So when Razer Respawn reaches out to you, you have to say, nope, sorry, I'm signed with G Fuel, not making any money. By the way, this isn't like an anti-G Fuel thing. I'm just using them as an example because everybody puts G Fuel on their stream, and I can guarantee you 99.9% of these streamers are not getting paid a dime. The only time you'll actually get something out of a brand sponsorship that you sign early on like this is if it's one, a brand that you really love and you want to be committed to, and two, it's one of those affiliate type programs that as you grow, the rewards grow as well and you grow with them. And you know, there are some companies that do some really cool let's grow together kind of programs. But there is actually one more really large detriment that comes with reaching out to sponsors early. There is a real issue here, and I want you to seriously think and consider this. Sponsorships are distracting. They are a distraction from the real focus that you need to have. Right now, unless you're like a top tier player in a game or a pro, the only real way to grow on live streaming platforms is to create content outside the platform on more discoverable platforms and then bring that audience in. And for new streamers, that's an incredibly overwhelming thought, especially if you don't know how to edit content and you don't want to learn. And the idea that if you just got a sponsor, it would legitimize you and it would help you grow, like some affiliate programs would have you believe, is a massive distraction and an excuse not to do the important things that you need to be doing. Real talk, guys, you only have a certain amount of hours in the day, and you only have a certain amount of bandwidth that your brain can focus on in any of those given hours. If you're spending all of your time grinding Twitch or Mixer, hoping to get that sponsorship that will one day make you big, you're going to spend years grinding to eventually turn around and realize you wasted a lot of time. Focus on the content. Focus on learning how to create content, and then focus on learning how to improve that content. Create things that build your value in the market rather than spending your time trying to strike deals before you have any value to offer them in return. All right, let's end this video with some do's and don'ts. Do approach every brand when you go to an event. Ask for their social media manager. Nail down your pitch. Figure out how to best sell yourself. It's a great practice opportunity to learn to be more professional in the industry. Don't spend any of your time at home trying to email and get sponsors. Instead, do spend your time learning to create good content and consume content. By the way, you wouldn't believe how many hours a day I watch YouTube and Twitch analyzing these streamers and content creators, figuring out what makes a content creator good, what I can emulate and apply to my own content. If you want to be in the industry, you have to learn the industry. Don't try to go out and get an agent until you are large enough to actually make good deals. Agents don't magically make great sponsorships appear out of midair, and good agents only make money if you make money. Chances are, if someone's willing to represent you before you offer a lot of value to the market, they're probably trying to rip you off. They're probably going to ask for a fee up front and a monthly fee. They're just taking your money. Look, here's my general rule of thumb. You'll know when you're ready to start working with sponsors when sponsors start reaching out to you. You'll know when you're ready to get an agent when agents start reaching out to you. I've worked with 3 major agencies in my time as a full-time content creator, and I didn't reach out to any of them. I focused on the content and they came to me. And I hope you found this helpful. If you do have any further questions on this, again, you can jump into my stream. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do a lot of just chatting, answering a lot of these kinds of questions. Link again down in the description below. Also, we do have a massive community on Discord. Link to that down in the description below. It is full of streamers trying to turn
So Elijah, I'm giving y'all 15 minutes of the we'll go to 5:15. I want you to find me 3 sponsorships that you would love to have in your channel, okay? And then we're going to talk about it at 5:15. All right, 2 more minutes. All right, 15. So, yeah, 15 minutes, look at sponsorship that you all about for sponsorship time. So, Louis, the 3 sponsorship here and Gabby. So, first, let's 3 sponsorships like fun. I can't hear you. Burberry? Burberry, okay, that's different. What's another one? Can't hear you, got big loud. Yeah. Okay, Lord VPN, that's one. What's another one? DoorDash. DoorDash. Yep, wrong with that. What about you? What's your three? Boston. Boston. Talk about people like Timber. Amazon, the John, Institute. Sure did, Boston. Pepsi. Pepsi. Like, they don't put Pepsi. I'm gonna tell you about it. One more. Lay's. Lay's. They'll go on the Pepsi. That's on the Pepsi. I got Pepsi on all of it. Yeah, I don't want to all that. CJ Maxx. Okay. All right. Elijah, you with us?
Yes.
Give me 3 sponsorships that you would love to be on your channel.
Let's see. A few sponsorships I would like to
I
have
need 3.
is, let's say, is Dr. Pepper one of them?
Okay, we take Dr. Pepper. That's fine. Dr. Pepper. Give me 2 more.
How about, oh, another sponsor I want to have on my channel is Burger King because of that of them catchy songs that they use in commercials. At BK, have it your way.
Okay, give me 1 more. I need 1 more.
I think Walmart has been advertising me a lot, so I just say Walmart for this one.
Okay. Oh. All right. So these are all great choices in your sponsor for our channel. Right? Now, King, the reason I said PepsiCo is PepsiCo owns not only the Pepsi products, so Pepsi chips, chips, Frito-Lay. So Frito-Lay, They own certain restaurants, like KFC, yeah, they own it. So that's why I said Pepsi. So PepsiCo for me be great. And that's a great sponsorship. So we start with you first. The reason why, just like I said, they own everything. So you need a sponsorship Pepsi. And then you have a sponsorship something like Cheetos, right? Because even though they own everything, they're independent of that. Being a superstar. Right. So PepsiCo would be your best bet. That's something that I'm highly
Yeah, the ones that I know like in game for months they probably do that to say like stay up or something.
Now with Monster, I'm gonna put a start right here. That's hit and miss because you have a lot of cases where kids drink energy drinks and bad. So if you do want to do an energy drink, it's cheap, right? It's
I don't even have about that game.
right. You get G Fuel, you get Gatorade, you know what I'm saying? Or I think Arizona just released the energy drink too. You can go with them too. They actually have a deal with Fallout. You know, they Fallout cans and everything pretty nice. But yeah, with Monster, that's hit or miss. You could definitely get sponsored with Monster. Red Bull would be another one that I would suggest too because
Yeah,
that's
I'm
better
not
than
out my kids.
Right.
Think about it in my age.
well, Monster. I don't think so.
Think about it.
Red Bull would be better alternative, have more of a better personality, not a personality, but a better overall. Yeah, overall, it looks better. The brand looks better than Monster, right? Monster always been in lawsuits and everything. With Red Bull, they do a lot, right? They do like the races, they do the stuff that, they get paired
Yeah,
with
no comics.
right? So Red Bull have a better overall cachet than something like Monster. And then TJ Maxx is a good one. I forgot the company that owned TJ Maxx. So it wouldn't just be TJ Maxx, right? With your sponsorship, it's going to look for the bigger fish, right? TJ Maxx is great because you can definitely like keep that off like Christmas time, birthday, stuff like that, game stuff. Sorry about that. Yeah, TJ Maxx is great. It's perfect. It's perfect because I see that off like Christmas.
Likes.
And then also you want the overall company because TJ Maxx not TJ Maxx. It's also like Boss, Marshalls. They said TJ Maxx. Yeah, Home Goods. That's another one. So
So like that TJ Maxx.
yeah, but I forgot the overall company name that own TJ Maxx, but they own all those companies. So you can use that. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, and I've got great choices. Yeah, he said Burberry, that's great. It's fashion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they want to break it to the gamer market with their fashion. So that's something that I would definitely look at. Hit or miss just because they're kind of still like a high value brand. And used to be high value brands does that do sponsorships like that. They do sponsorships with different brands. But if you can get it, get it. NordVPN is something different. With NordVPN, it's different because that would be like the endorsement deal, right? Those would be endorsement deals that you would get your link. Hey, you want to save some money for 3 months? Use my link. Gabby 15, get 15% off, or Gabby 20% off. And you get it. That's more of like a brand name, right? Sponsorships really think big. So you like cars, right? You like cars, you like Mustangs, you like, Lambos, stuff like that. Think something like that, right? Like big endorsement deals like that. Lamborghini would more likely endorse it because even though they wouldn't like do like their cars, they do have clothes and gear that they would ship. Look at someone like Speed, like Oscar Speed, right? One of the biggest streamers right now. I think he's second behind Castanet right now, whatever. But someone like him, he loves soccer and he loves Ferrari. So Ferrari sends them a lot of the Ferrari kits that they have, soccer team that he loves, they do cash collections. That's the endorsement that you want, right? DoorDash is great. Everybody got to eat. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash is great, specifically because not only do they go to restaurants, but now they do stuff like Instacart stuff. You can go to like Jewels, or you can go to Aldi's, and you can get healthy food like that. So DoorDash would definitely be perfect, especially for someone like you who have type 1 diabetes. That would be perfect because, hey, you don't just go eat junk food, eat healthy, like you have to come with the whole spirit. So that's perfect. Elijah, Dr. Pepper is great. One of my favorite drinks. Dr. Pepper is a great choice because you have Dr. Pepper and I believe like 7 Up. So you have both of those at your disposal, right? Because when you sign with Dr. Pepper, you sign with two. Burger King is also great. It's not as big as McDonald's or Wendy's per se, but Burger King have also have a really always have had a really great relationship with games. Think of like around like Black Ops, any other big shit. They would usually have like points that they multiply. So hey, shop at Burger King, buy a Whopper meal or buy whatever, and we'll give you a 20 times multiplier for 3 days, right? You see those commercials, that's a great pick. In Walmart, it's always a great pick, right? You can always get an endorsement deal when you go to Walmart. Um, Everybody goes to Walmart, everybody shop at Walmart. Christmas time, different holidays will be a big hit, especially Christmas, because when you use my link, you can get 10% off, or hey, when you use my link and get a free month of Walmart Plus, something like that. So these are things that you want to be thinking of when you sit there and you make your channel and the sponsorship goes to you. Me personally, I would choose something like Nike because I have foot trouble, so I can't move my foot. The shoes I have on are like custom made for me to be able to wear. My foot in, my foot out, free. So I was with Nike. Actually, these pair I got on right now, it's shipped to me by the person. That was pretty dope. So I would go with like Nike. I would go with Gatorade. Everyone know what Gatorade is, right? You know what Gatorade is. You know where it's at. You know how it tastes. Everybody like Gatorade. And then my last grade would probably be something like Razer. They make laptops, they make controllers, they make headphones, they make everything, right? So I would like want to go with them because that would be the least amount of work. You also want to look at that too. Like if it's more known, the least amount of work you got it, right? So always think of that too. Like I want these big sponsorships, but you are willing to do everything, right? One thing you see a lot of these trainers do, let me say that right now, but one thing you see a lot of these trainers do is that when they hit these sponsorships, they don't really get to do a lot because they're more known. They got to do a little spiel, so you will take some time out your day, one of your off days, whatever, or have one of your assistants write a like small little script like, hey, you thirsty, check out, drink some Gatorade, like have a little 5-10 second commercial. That's five, but 10, 15, 20 second commercial about like what you're trying to push. So just think of that too also. Now let's get back to our last slide. Give me 1 second. Our last slide of the day, audience gifts, right? You know about audience gifts? Do anybody know about audience gifts? What that is? What that entails?
I like TikTok, like put stuff everything. But the gift,
Yes. So super chats, right? They call super chats. Yes. Perfect. Yep. Right. So audience gift donations are a great way to monetize your streams, but it also shows the support that you have with the community. Remember that they are donations, and that from your fans and subscribers, and that any amount is grateful. Donations can come from plenty of avenues, super chat donations to PO mailbox deliveries, right? And then I'm not gonna play the video because the video just tells you how to set up like a super chat box, whatever like that. I'm not gonna play the video. But real quick example, I love wrestling still, right? See the shirt I got on, Philip wrestling. I watched this dude do a podcast every Sunday, but I saw him. But he also do live streams after wrestling. So like after Mondays, after Raw, AEW, after Wednesday after Dynamite, and SmackDown, Friday, SmackDown, he bring in, talk about bring in one of those trains this day, $10,000 tax free. So those are really, really great. Sometimes even more. I just seen people donate crazy amount of money. I'm like, man, you must got it. But this is a great way for you to like monetize your channel because it does two things. It puts money in your pocket, right? So you can keep on doing your Twitch channel or your podcast or whatever you're doing. But it also shows how much cachet you have with your audience, how much cachet you have with subscribers, right? If you are a good streamer, anybody else when you get the stuff donated to you, right? You're going to see how much your audience care about you when you wake up and you see overall last night, you done made $15,000 just on super chat, right? Perfect. So definitely want to always remember that. And it's just not one. If you're a video game or you love fashion or whatever, you may have fans send stuff to your PO box. So it's always good to get you a PO box. Please never give your personal address away to your subscribers, to your audience members. I don't care who it is. Never do that. You want to protect yourself, you want to protect them. So always looking to get a PO box later in your career once you really get like a lot of audience members subscribing to you and they want to send you stuff. Because hey, you may like shoes, Gabby. They may see you a brand new pair of shoes, custom made with your name on it, some Jordans, or they may see some Jordans that you can't find that they done had, and they like, look, I can't wear them. I really like you, or really support what you're doing. Here's a gift, happy birthday, right? Or Keegan, like, hey, they make you some raw ass suit that you couldn't find, or some raw hoodie that you couldn't find, or whatever, so you know, send it to you. So having a PO box is always very, very valuable, right? Like I said, it shouldn't cost that much. It's like once a month, you want UPS, you get one at the post office. But having a PO box, that'll be fine for you once you get started into the inventory as much as the audience gets, right? So the audience gets, you do a few things. With YouTube, they have their system already set up. So pretty much when you set up your YouTube channel, especially for live streaming, what you can do is pretty much set that up. They can give money. YouTube say they cut, and your cut will be piloted to like things where you can withdraw it at the end of the training. Or you can do what a lot of other people are doing, which is PayPal. They set the PayPal box next to it, put a little link right there where they can donate. The reason why they use PayPal is they the I think it's I want to say it's 70-30 split, something like that. Instead of you paying that, you get all your money to pay. Set up your bank account, so it goes to your PayPal, and you can withdraw it from your bank account. What happened? Twitch, YouTube, you set up a PayPal box. That's that video list. It's showing how you set up a PayPal. But people usually do that sometimes because they get all their money. Another thing you can do is Patreon. I'm pretty sure you all heard Patreon. Pretty much a lot of YouTubers use that now, where they get extra content, they get like extra videos that's not on TikTok yet. They get certain access to gifts, to merch. They get access to a lot of things. To the Discord channel, right? Because sometimes, hey, you want to join my Discord? Okay, I'll give you the information on Patreon, right? Even if it's just one time, they're going to give you that information. So Patreon is also another way that you can use to monetize your streams. And also with YouTube, they have the membership thing now, where you can become a member of YouTube. Right? So pay $5 a month, you be a member, you get access to certain videos, send you questions for these. Like the rest of the guy like
YouTube Plus, like
not YouTube Plus. No,
I'm not talking about like the on the like the dude channel, wherever you watch the channel, like you pay early, you get like see videos early.
Yeah. So it's usually like you subscribe to them, they have like 20 button. It's like you like red 20 button. And then you subscribe to membership, YouTube. Yeah. So even like the guy I watch, he do question and answer videos, right? So if I subscribe to him on YouTube, I can send a question to YouTube and he'll answer it in the video and everything. Get perks like that, I said, merch. Get put in special raffles where it's only like 50 of y'all and he'll raffle off a belt, like wrestling belt. And these belts be like a lot of money. Yeah, they worth a lot of money. Like the belt I want, it's worth like, if I get a trick that how I want to, small skull belt with the girl skin leather, like $2,000. I want to trick that. That's hard. No,
I hope would. I hope one.
I don't know money, but I'm saying like I'll use that as an example of how they can do that, right? Like how you can set that up. So you got
so it's not like when they built, they set up like a gate, but set up chocolate, set up belts.
Yeah, well, yeah. The guy I listen to, he buy the belts, or he gets the belts donated from other people in his communities, and he can give more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like the belt I want, like if I want it, I'm sending that, I'm shipping that right back out. So that's that's how
You said 2,000.
Yeah, $2,000. Like real snake skin, real leather, real platinum, like real gold. Like yeah, I want to trick that. Like yeah, that's card, and I'm getting my card fixed next. So not spending that money yet, but yeah, those are some examples. Right? Those are some examples of what you can do. and how you can monetize your channel, right? So what did we learn today? We learned that you can have endorsement deals, right? Endorsement deals are also the small little, it's a little brother sponge. So think of, like I said, HelloFresh, NordVPN would be the endorsement deal, right? You kind of get those quick. You kind of want to get those contracts for like 3 months, 6 month contracts. You don't want to be locked in, right? You want to use those 3 to 6 months contracts so you can get in and get out. You can make you some good, decent money and you can bounce out. You always keep doing endorsement deals, right? Because they always going to work with you, especially when you get better. So think of someone that I watched like a Linus Tech Tips where he had endorsement deals still, but he also has sponsorships, right? The different sponsorships is he gonna lump sum these contracts for longer. So with an endorsement deal like with HelloFresh, it may be 3 months, 6 months. You sign one of these, we sign up 2, 3 years. Right. And if you get to have a big employer, you have steps to where, okay, I'm gonna sign with PepsiCo 3 years, $5 million. That's what, 1.3, $1.4 million a year. Pretty good. Pretty good. Burger King. I'm gonna sign Burger King 2 years, 2.5 million, right? Not bad. DoorDash, 3 year, 3 million. Get $1 million a year, right? Like these are the deals that you can get, right? Hopefully they get big as time go on because you bring them service, they see the value that's become. So you may be bringing so much money to them that you can go back to the table and negotiate like, hey, PepsiCo, remember that contract I signed a year ago? Well, I'm bringing y'all money, so let's go ahead and negotiate. Let's do 3 years, 7 million, 3 years, 6 million, right? So I get 3 million a year. That's really good money, right? So remember something like this.
How you looking at it though? You know, them doing stuff like how so we probably contracts with you and what I do for it.
Exactly.
So much love one.
Well,
So
well, that actually goes into our last point of class after this class will go. But that actually goes last part of my class, which is next week what we do in our these trains. All right. So next week we're going to we're going to go over this again. But the second half out sorry, about the trains, what that is, what you're saying, you would talk to your manager, or you would have a manager that can be part of your training scheme. You'll be the one that will eventually break some doors down so you can get these sponsorship deals, these deals, these contracts, stuff like that, and your lawyer. Y'all will talk about that and figure out what's the best way moving forward. Like you said, hey, I signed this 3 year deal. After year one, I may get bigger. Negotiate. People fall. That's something that Elaine talks about in legal class, right? On Mondays, it's about that on Mondays, about your legal class. Like, hey, set yourself, break the contract, set yourself. Have your manager, have your lawyer, with something. But that's why I was saying, hey, I'm bringing this much money in after the first year. You go into the table negotiate. So always put that stuff down in your contract. But that is what we'll be learning next week is your training team. Why that's important, and also your time, and why having a training team would be the best thing for you. It'll give you more time, right? Because you don't want to always use your time editing your videos, eating, going to sleep, looking the next day, saying still editing the videos, posting your videos on social media, right? You do all this by yourself. Now, you don't have nobody else, just you. And then the next day you're on training, you do it all over. Yeah, it's training team. And I'm just giving you 5 people the training team real quick before we get into class. But I say your manager, I say your lawyer, it would be your social media manager, it would be your editor, right? Those are 5 important parts of your training team. And also your monitor. We're going to talk about all of that next week. But we're saying this class right now. Do you have any questions?
just do with a chat block.
Pretty much, yes. And that's very important, right? And that's why you have like Kick, right? Because with YouTube, they're very strict on your moderation, right? On Kick, they're pretty much more freely about it. But you still want to moderate it because you want to protect your community.
Yeah.
It's their safe space, right? You don't want anybody coming in messing that up. You want to be able to protect them the best way that you can. But that is what we're going to talk about next week. But pretend this class. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Elijah, you got any questions?
Apparently, I have no questions at all, but thanks for asking.
All right. All right. Well, that is the end of class today. But if you do have any questions or comments, concerns, you can email me at aramis.singleton@clickservicesnfp.org. Or if you see me before and after class, I can answer the question the best way I can and help you out. But until then, you all have a great weekend, and I will see you all Monday. Elijah, I will see you Tuesday for the music class, which will be it will start. We will start working on production. We have 3 more weeks, and then after these 3 more weeks, we will be doing the IT fundamental class. So look out for that. So until then, I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend. See you later. And stay put for Sammy. Sammy should be starting 5:56. So stay put, Elijah. Sammy should be coming soon.
Okie dokie.
All right.
That's everything.
Doing well. Nothing too crazy.
Same for me.
Okay. So this is gonna be kind of like a review, and then we'll get into our next topic. Yeah, and I also hope get you set up. Cause your Aramis is out. Nice. Sick. Okay. So, how much do you know about Python? Okay, that's fair. So, here we'll just kind of go over everything. So, Python. If you've already kind of used it, you know a little bit about it. But it's a coding language where you kind of get to do a lot of things. Make games, web scrape, automate tasks, really whatever you could think of, you could do in Python. It's pretty cool. Um, and like the main areas where you're going to be seeing it and being used for is like web development, data science, machine learning. Machine learning, not too much at the moment, but for the most part. Oh, also I forgot to share my screen. Okay. Machine learning, not so much in Python, but you could definitely do it in Python. So you can make your own AI or whatever you want. And the best part about it is it's a little bit easier to learn compared to some like coding languages. Like Java is just a mess. You have to like type 5, 6 different things just to print out something. It's confusing. So for the most part, Python's always kind of like where you want to start. Any questions so far? Cool. So what I'm hope to teach you guys is give you guys the skill set so that way eventually you'd be able to land a job or just kind of learn some valuable skills from Python, right? It's so in demand that it's kind of useful. It's flexible. You kind of get to do whatever you want with it, and there's a large community with it, so you kind of are never really going to be alone. Okay, so time for review. So we have on your computer, open up something called, so go to the search bar and search up VS Code. VS Code. Yeah, VS Code. Like V as in Victor, S as in Sam, code as in code. Okay. And then can also feel free to follow along, and then we'll get into our next topic real soon. Is it trying to make you like set up and stuff? All right, here, let me open. Oh no, I said on the okay. I don't think we're going to use that down. So okay. Yeah. Nothing mind. In this search bar. I thought we were all really not great. All right, going for finish. Okay. And then choose the theme. I would avoid using any provided for items. They're painful. Like Alright, then go scroll down. Next section. Browse popular extensions. Alright, what we're gonna do is you're gonna download Python. Oh no, no, it's right here going this one too. So once you did that, you get the other ones. There's a Python, Firebase, Python debugger, and then up here you actually search up for code runner. Yeah. Now go to the little settings. The little circles. This one. Yep. Extension settings. Scroll it down. Okay, same one as before running. And then scroll back up a little. Just a little. You can also just let's just save a file. And then run it. So now, click over again. Right click on the button. Oh. Yeah, right there. And then no. Oh, open the town? No, just no. Folder. And then call it Python. That's actually. So now we want to do okay. File. Yeah, file. Open folder. No, you open file. And then go to desktop. Python. Select folder. And then yes, I trust others. Yep. And then put new file right there. Honestly, I don't know how it does it. Click over here. Go here. The little file. Yep. Name it like test. Test like TEST. And then and then close the points. Parentheses. Sure, 9. No. Like, right, and then parentheses. And then put quotation. Hello. Space. World. Then learning in there. Next click. Yep. All right, cool. You're all set. Isaac. So back to where we were. Okay, so in Python, there's a bunch of different things, right? So the basic concepts and kind of like your like fundamental building blocks for everything are gonna come down to some of these, and then we just kind of like flesh it out. So variables they just store information, right? So they store data, and then you'll be able to use it. Generally speaking, it'll be like you name it something that you want it to name, and then you just reference it later. For example, if I say pen, I know I'm referring to this pen. But if I rename it and I want to say pen is that pen, then I only have one pen at a time. Right? Make sense? So there's different data types that we can use to create these variables. So there's numbers, just like in real life, right? In real life, what type of numbers do we have? Yeah, and those are? And what are, they're part of what? Can't you also go the other way? Yeah. Which are? Inputs. Yes. So integers are one of the data types that we have. So they cover all the positive and negative whole numbers. But what about the numbers in between, right? Those are called floats, or floating point numbers. So what they do is, with that, you can create any number that you can physically think of. And then to actually write words in Python, there's something called strings. So you know how when I asked you to write print and then parentheses or quotations? So everything in those quotations is a string. It's treated as text. So no matter what it is, it'll be read. Otherwise, they'll just think of it as like that you're trying to communicate, and it's just gonna mess it up. And then there's booleans, which are just true and false values. Nothing too crazy. So with all of this, you can actually perform like some calculations in Python, right? So you could do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Wait, what grade are you, by the way? Oh, okay, nice. You're taking algebra, right? You're taking algebra?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. And Kenan, you already taking algebra, right? Are you also in algebra too? I bet. So what the first lab is going to be is going to feel like homework. Trust me, it's not. It's just so that way you kind of get used to like playing with numbers and stuff. We'll go ahead and do that today, and then I'll walk you guys through it at the end. I'll give you guys some time to work on it. So let's see. So this is just some examples, right, from our last class. Strings use quotations, and this is an example of like a string, right? So strings could be anything. It could be words, numbers, text. It doesn't matter. So if I were to do 2 plus 2, right, it's gonna stay as 2 plus 2. Right? If I put this as a string, it'll be a string. But if I do it over here without the quotation marks, it automatically evaluates it. So it's like 2 plus 2 is
4.
So then if I were to print this example, it will change it to 4, right? So it's like, this is a string, the actual number 4, which is 2 plus 2. And then this number right here, which is a floating point, is a 1. To create variables, what we do is we just, for example, you notice how I'm saying example is equal to something, and then it's like some data type. That is how we're creating variables. So same thing here. We're doing example is equal to 2 plus 2. And then Kenan, what's 2 plus 2 in our case? Okay. Isn't it just the integer? Oh, what's 2 plus 2 in our case? And if I had to change this to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Exactly. All right. So if I were to run this, it automatically just kind of like compounds everything, and it's like it just combines it into 1. If I wanted this separated and it for it to be like 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, what do I need to do to it? Yeah. So like instead of it being evaluated and for it to turn as 24, I want it to stay as this. There's one way that I could do it where I just do like a slight tweak and it'll be red. How's it going, Dr. Nance? Well, think about it like this, right? There's one thing. So we know that this is a integer, right? And numbers in art. Yeah. So int is just int, right? And then with that, it like evaluates it, right? We have integers, we have floats, and then we have. floats. Think of it as like a root beer float.
Get a string.
Exactly, right? Strings are yeah. So like an example right here is this is what if we're in English class and now it's a right, this is a string period, that would be a yeah. So like let's just say we in school real quick, and then your teacher asks you what is this an example of, right? So like this is a string as an example of a nah, it starts with an S. Son.
Start with that.
Yeah. Son. It's a sentence.
A sentence.
Sentence. Like you just words. Right? So what we could do is if we wanted to turn this, all we need to do is just turn it into a string. And now instead of evaluating it, it saves it. Also, I'm gonna stop screen sharing real quick and then reshare and see if that fixes stuff. All right, but it's a little bit more stable. This shit is tweaking. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. You just kind of want to practice with the lab, and then we'll come back, talk about it, and then see what's up. Yeah. Okay. Are you guys in the Discord, by the way? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to y'all emails, but we'll get y'all set up in the Discord later on today. Okay. Kenny, what's your Gmail? Or like
my Gmail.
whatever one's on your computer, as long as it's not like a dot outlook. Do you know your email? I think. Wait, which one? At Click Services too? All right, so go ahead and check your Outlooks or your Gmails. Hey, what am I doing? Me. Okay, so I got you. We're gonna walk through it. Oh, damn. Let me resend it just in case. And we're gonna use the second one. All right, so what we gonna do is we're welcome. It's the quick services one.
Yeah, I just got it. So, what's that the service?
NFP.org. Let's see if there's any way for me to get around this. Hmm. All right, let me do this instead. Yeah. So the thing about Outlook, and that's kind of why I was trying to stay away from it, is that it's a little goofy. Um. So let me do this instead. Let me see if this will work. Uh, nah, it's part of Microsoft. All right, actually, I'm gonna just share with y'all this entire folder. So,
Alright, so what you sometimes when you type add, click,
at Click Services, NFP.
okay, what you type.
I got you. So there it goes.
That's you, NBIC.
Wait, it's yeah, it's CLICK SERVICES NFP. Yeah. Never mind. It's not working for yours. When you log into your computer,
It worked. It's say click share. I'm talking about that.
is K.
Page, add, click, search. And it's the double.
My fucking. I got you. Because yours is popping up. Yours isn't. So it's that's how you spell your last name, right? Yeah. Quick. You see that?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Let's say we don't. I don't have a.
Yeah, it says it can't find you.
It can't find me.
No, I can't find either of y'all. Here, did you check your email?
Okay, I'm not logged into my like I'm not even logged into my Gmail. That's what I was trying to do.
Wait, are you trying to log in via Gmail or Outlook?
Yeah. Oh, it's via Outlook.
So go on Microsoft.
No. So like go okay.
Now just go Microsoft or Outlook.
Outlook.
Yeah, are you see? Oh, okay.
When you log in. Now let's try signing in that way.
Understood. But are you see?
Oh, you see.
Now put login. Yeah. Now go ahead and try your email.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, you got like a Gmail that should be using on them? Alright, go ahead and log into your email and then let me go ahead and get that up. Because if you, I don't think you have a quick services account. I don't know. At least. But so all of our participants do, but for some reason it's not finding them. They can't log in. And it's also not finding it via, so I'm trying to share the folder with them via OneDrive. Maybe. For some reason, like, for example, G1 at quick services nfp.org.
It was a second reset server.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll say he has to reset it.
Restarting. So. For sure. All right, let me try it again.
I just started.
For sure. Any weekend plans?
Still playing.
Okay. What game you gonna play this week?
Star Wars Outlaws.
Is it good?
I don't know. My birthday got it for Christmas. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, damn. So it's gonna be your first time playing it. Okay, decent. Because I don't know. I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I don't know. I was a little skeptical about Outlaws.
I mean, I understand, but the people are talking about what they're saying. That was a good one. Pretty decent.
Is it multiplayer or single player?
I think the single player.
Okay, so kind of like Last Survivor, which I still want to play that one. I was waiting until it's cheap.
What?
Jedi Last Survivor.
I got that.
Oh wait, how?
I test game. Yeah, they give me the game that you test out, and then they give you like,
Oh, dude, that's nice.
I'm testing out. Killing them on purpose.
Oh, nice. Wait, so do you get paid or you
For
just
this one, I am.
nice?
But for like, you I pay me.
Oh my bad. All right, let's try it again. So.
It's good with game.
Special. Yeah. Because it's weird that I didn't get a little a notification.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just chill this week. Probably pop out with the cousins.
Oh, okay.
They do a little something. Nothing too crazy.
I don't think that this is next. I think it's next week. But I'm kidding. We can't be my birthday. So,
Oh, not bad.
I like
That's fire, dude.
You'll have my album. You know, I know you changed it up ever since then and everything. I mean, get on the safe. About down and up. So let's check that out. But I am interested in this lyrics from 2 Chainz album. I heard the segment last night. It sounded pretty good.
Damn, 2 Chainz has another album.
He came out with Larry Jones albums. And it sounds pretty good.
Damn. Okay.
It sounds pretty good. I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. No, the one album that I did listen to so far was the Weekend album.
I checked it out last night. I have decided that it's look, I love the Weeknd, but his music's not.
Yeah.
He's good. He's great. You know what I'm saying? All the praise that he's getting to it's not.
Honestly, I like the album just because like it reminded me of like a modern day Michael Jackson.
Yeah, modern day George Michael.
Oh, okay.
It's like George Michael. It's still okay. It's just staying on. So.
I bet. Cause yeah, no, I wanna. If anything, let me try to get them on the. Do you guys have Discord? You've never made a Discord before?
Yeah, probably
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about like just in general. Go ahead and try logging in. Because if not, I could just share via the Discord.
it's not like
Yeah, I figured that it's probably been like that for a little bit then.
before a while. I usually it's okay.
That makes sense. Zach Hamasul. I already know who this is.
You get I'm going to Discord on her.
Yeah. It should be. It should be free. It should already be installed too. because it's a little odd. If not, then worst case scenario, just to keep everything moving, we'll just do it from my screen, and then I'll like let you guys copy, work through problem one. Honestly, let's just do that for right now. You got it? Okay, I like the hat. No face.
Wait,
And
is this still part of the first lab?
yeah,
Okay, just checking.
yep. Since we restarted. Yeah, for Discord? Yeah. All right, cool. What's your okay. Let me see if I can invite you even. Give me one sec. Let me bring it up down. Let me Christian. Yeah. I think since you might be admin on the Discord, I don't know if I have. And how come I can't share the? Oh, there we go. Got you. All right. Well, what's your Discord name? Okay. It's the slash dash underscore dash underscore. Yeah, another dash. And then do you have any it's like hashtag and then some numbers? Oh shit. It is 2 5 6 7 5 6 7. So it looks like this, right? No, I'm not, buddy. I think it's just the underscore. Let me do this. Underscore. Wait, where's the 10 5 6? All right. Nothing. Oh, do I have to add? It updated? For sure. Here, nah, wait, what? No, I'm not burning. No events, no admin. There should be a privacy edit. Server profile, create channel, create event. Should be able to invite people. What's your name? What's up? You can add fun. Yeah, here, I got you. What you mean? Is it because I needed the capital? You lying? Mr. Frank 129 hashtag yeah. What? I guess you do have to be fine. To make this process a little bit easier in the future, what we're gonna do is invite people. Apply on. Okay. Because you see this, right?
Yeah, see, I made it.
Huh?
Oh, did it right there?
Wait,
Oh, now say we're in the division.
wait. I think it's because I forgot a seat.
So
Nope.
I'm not something.
All right. So you should be in the Click Services NFP Discord chat.
Oh, the coding for the Disco chat. Did I say disc coach?
Yep.
I said disc coach instead of Discord. Why do I always get things confused?
It'd be like that. Mm. I mean, to be honest, yeah, we're just do this right now.
All right, I think it's figured it out.
Yeah, but so we'll just work around it. All right, cool. So what you guys gonna do is let me just write it down so that way I gotta move back over.
No worries. I saw the Discord and I see the code. What you got there? I see what you mean.
Nice.
No problem.
Okay, sick. All right, sick. So on your guys' devices, right? What I want y'all to do is label these three. So like blue hydrogen is equal to pretty much just copy what I have here. And then try to think of a way to calculate the total molecular weight. I know it sounds scary, but it's just going to be total weight. The information that you're going to need is right there. So it's 22 hydrogen, 12 carbon, and 11 oxygen. I'll give you guys like 3 minutes, 4 minutes or so. Go ahead, figure it out, or at least. Do you guys have any questions first? Yes, code?
Now I gotta get to it because I ain't gonna like be done with it. I have clearly listening.
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, you could always leave VS Code open just in case.
I have everything you gotta think.
No, you don't need to copy everything. Like, I would just write problem one, which, bless you. Right, like hashtag and then problem, bless you. Hashtag and then problem one, or put it in the single parentheses or single quotation, and then just copy this part right here. This problem probably gonna take like 2 lines of code right here. 1 line to calculate this thing, and another line to actually print it. You got it? You got it so far? Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, I get it. Push off. Any questions? Y'all got a decent little idea? All right, cool. So to solve the problem, what you thinking? We have to solve the solve. Like, I want solve. Oh, it would be good. Nah. But okay, so the way to carve is all of these, right? And then that's like total weight. Right. But what's hydrogen equal? I don't need to. Oh, that's a dollar. It's weight. Oh, 1.2. Yeah. So then what should we do? It'd be 22 times. Oh yeah. Or you could just write 22 times hydrogen. In there. And then you could do plus. Oh, it'd be high. Exactly. And then it refers to that thing. So then it'd be 22 hydrogen, 22 times hydrogen plus, which is, no. First, let's do it one step at a time. 12 what? What? Done. Yeah. So it'd be plus 12 times carbon plus 11 times oxygen. So what you could do is you could write that as, actually, I'm just code it. So all you'll do is you'll create a new variable called total weight, which is equal to this. And then you can print. And this is it. Make sense? Ish. So what you're doing is you're taking 22 times hydrogen, plus in it by the 12 times the carbon, plus in it by 11 times the oxygen, saving that. And then if you even wanted to round, you do round total weight. You don't need it. In this case, it'd be just total weight. Y'all got it? So go ahead, write this down, and then we'll move on to the second problem.
Second problem,
Yeah, problem 2.
the midpoint of
Yep.
10 and 5 and 8 and 4. Let's see. 2 minus x1 squared. Wait. To do all this, hold on.
Yeah. It's nothing too crazy.
If x2 means x1 means.
All right, y'all got it written down?
Wait, is it the other way around? Let's see. x2, x2, y2. Okay. Wait. Midpoint.
Oh, you don't have to write the whole problem. But if you wanted this, yeah, honestly, I would just say, shit. Do you at least have this written down?
It's on there. Wait, I thought I was supposed to. Wait a second. Wasn't I supposed to add it all to get? Oh, wait. Something's not right for me. I should have. Was it the other way around? If I already added it up, well, you might tell me if I get it wrong, right?
Yeah, so it's always better to multiply and then add. But you want to add all of it together. So you notice how there's 3 pluses? It'd be plus, plus, or 2 pluses, my bad. So it's combining all of the numbers.
Right.
It should equal like 342 or something. I can hear you done? But You got it? Okay, sick. So, time for problem 2. So let me go ahead and write down actually, you should be able to do this right here. Okay. So, let's go back to your guys' math class real quick. Math class. All right, so in your guys' math class, we have, let's just say, 2 points. If I were to ask you what's x1, what would you guys say? You said x1? Nah, just x1. Or like, what's the first x? 10. Yeah. So this would be the first x. What's the second x? 8. Yep. And then the first y? Yep. Therefore, y2 is this. So what you could do is you could kind of set these equal to variables. So like say x1 is equal to 10, x2 is equal to 8, y1 is equal to 5, y2 is equal to 4, right? And then just kind of like plug and chug this formula. The only thing is you'll have to include like 2 things. So first, just know that when I say square root, so when it's like when you see that little caret sign, that's equal to the same thing as 2 multiplication signs. And then 2. Questions? So go ahead, take a stab at it, come back to it in like 2 minutes. You saw that. Hey, I was coming on someone. So I'll do something like this real quick. And then to top it off, what you guys are going to need is import math. And then do this. Damn, why is it glitching? All right. So this is the final code. I had to give you guys kind of this part because a little bit more advanced. We'll talk more about it later on in the course. but it's just like you have to do an import and then call upon that import. So go ahead and get this down, and then we'll move on to the third one. So yeah, in this case, all you're doing is just taking this formula that I gave you guys and then just adding it in. And then everything else I kind of had to give you guys, like the math dot square root and then parentheses, which just takes the square root of it. And then if I wanted you guys to show this on the terminal, how would I do it? I'd have to use what method or what function? Starts with a P. Nah. Yeah, print what? Print parentheses? Yeah. So like if you wanted to print, what would you want to print?
I got told you on print, and I used to call it that king stuff.
Exactly. In this case, right? What's the thing that we want to print? No, okay, look at our variables, right? We have x1, x2, y1, y2, and then we have distance, right? What do we want to print? What's like the final thing that we like the product or yeah, exactly.
What you call that? Two. That's a two.
Yeah, that's a two, but we already did all that. Think about it, right? Look at line 28. Right? We got the distance is equal to math dot square root of the formula, which is like the midpoint. I don't know if you guys have done midpoint for your math class. Yeah. So right here, I'm gonna just draw it for y'all because just so that way we can visualize. All right. So if I want to take the distance of this and I wanted to find its midpoint, that's how I'd find it. I'd be like, all right, let me see exactly where it's at. Right?
It's not like running graph.
Exactly. That's kind of what we're doing right now.
I'll be this over here.
Exactly. You could use Python to kind of like help you sort it.
You gotta know how to do it.
Exactly. And think about it. All it is just what are our variables?
So you just have to calculate.
This is what's going on in the calculator.
Also, calculator is code.
Kind of.
The new one.
Nah, even the old ones, they have like basic versions of code. Conan's been around for ages.
I think I need to move calculator.
It's the one with the touchscreen and stuff like that.
Yeah, touchscreen.
I figured. Bro, back in my day, I saw all this stuff saying that, but
Y'all had a box.
we have the little box. No, our teachers would be like, you gotta know how to do this. It's not like you're gonna be walking around with a calculator on you at all times. I'm like, well, do you know?
We can use calculator on our test.
Same here, but we had the little like tiny ones. But yeah, so what ends up happening is that's like the visual for what's going on right here. And then all you're doing is if you wanted to like display the answer, all you do is print the distance.
You get the answer.
Well, yeah, think about it. What's distance in this case, right?
That's the answer. That's equal distance. So that's the answer.
Exactly. Right. Think of it as like a little snake, right? I call you Kenny, and you know that's your name, right? How do you not know that I'm not talking to Christian over there? Exactly, right? So that's kind of what you're doing over here. We're like, if I'm calling distance, what's distance referring to? Distance refers to what we coded over here, which is our answer, right? And our answer refers to all this other stuff, right? You got everything written down now? Don't worry about line 28 too much. The math square root part is it's a little tricky. And we'll talk about it later one day. Next, we'll have to just move on to problem 3. Because this one, I think that you guys should be able to do by yourselves. Yeah. And then after, I'll let you guys work on problem 3 for yourselves. Kind of like help walk you guys through it. And then all you guys are going to have to do is code it. Are y'all ready? All right, sick. So let me write down the equation real quick. Square root side minus sine 1. Have you guys talked about like areas and stuff like that?
Area.
Do you remember like area of a triangle?
Area of a triangle.
I think it's weights times cat.
Yeah.
What half?
No, technically, this is the, here, I got y'all. So let me write down the equation and then I'll kind of like give you guys a little bit of guidance. Okay. So our area is the square root of side minus the side 1 times side minus side 2 times side minus side 3. Yeah. What you're thinking of is the perimeter. No, 1/2 base times height. No, my bad. Technically, that is the area, but for a right triangle. Yeah, this is just for any triangle. Mostly because we don't know the sides, so it's like, right? Something like this. Imagine this is 17, this is 16, and this is 10, right? So let's think about how we want to solve this real quick. Damn, other way. My bad, 13. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through the steps. You remember what we did last time where it was when we were making the bread, and I was just like, all right, list me all the steps. We're gonna kind of do the same over here, and then it's gonna be your guys' job to turn it into code. So, what's the first step? Right. We know that we have these three different lengths of 17, 16, and 13. And then S is gonna be our average. So, what should we do? Step one. First, let's start off with no. Let's start off with the boxes. What true? But you already jumped into like step four. First step, basic thing. Look at it. After we look at it, shouldn't we what? White show line? Yeah, exactly. You remember how in our last problem we wrote X1, X2, Y1, Y2? Let's do the same thing over here, right? Do that. So that way all we have to do is just plug in this information and it'll have all the numbers. But we only got three, we only have four. Because we're making the four. Exactly. Using the number three. So, right, first thing is make variable. So, all right, in this case, it'd be applied to say side one. What's side one? One is 13. Yep. Side two?
10.
Close. This is 6. I know my handwriting is terrible, but. So it's not 10, it's 16. Exactly. And then side 3? Okay. Step 2. Now we got to get S. So far we have, I'll take off what we have. Now we need the average, right? So, how do we find the average of something? How do we find the average?
Oh, wait, add those numbers to divide based on how many numbers there are.
Exactly. So I would do 46. That's 56. Yeah. It's 56 or 46. 46. But technically what we're going to do is we can just do S is equal to 17 plus 16 plus 13. Or we could even do side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 parentheses all divided by 3. And that's going to give us our average. And then our last step is going to be, plug in. All right, so make sense? So go ahead and give it a shot. Code it over here, and then I'll give you guys like 5 minutes to do so, 10 minutes to just like work it out. Mainly the plugin numbers part, but now think about it. You have sides 1, 2, 3, and you also have S. So if you're ever stuck, just try to match up the checks with the checks and then the underscores with the underscores. And then, yeah, we'll walk through it in like 5 minutes or so. And then after that, we'll start packing things up. I don't think so. Y'all got any questions so far? Sick. All right, I'll go ahead and give y'all 2 more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and show y'all what I was thinking. All right, y'all ready? Y'all got the solutions, or at least y'all attempt at the solutions. Cool. So what we're about to do now is start off with number one. Make the variables. So I'll do side 1 is equal to 17, side 2 is equal to 16, side 3 is equal to 13. S is that divided by 3. And then to do the area, all I'm doing is just math dot square root, which is taking the square root just like earlier, but I'm plugging in the actual formula. So now I'm doing S, which is the equation from there, times S minus S1 times S minus S2 times S minus S3. And then I'm just gonna print the area. Y'all have any questions? I'll go ahead and give y'all a minute to write this down. And then after that, we'll go ahead and call it since it's about 40-ish. Yeah, yep. Kenny. Any questions so far? Drop you in. Rookie. All right, Kenneth. Kenneth, you got it? For what? Uh, click Control S just to save it, just in case. Control S. And then after that, once y'all got everything, go ahead and get a wipe everything down. Since he has 45. Going down also. Race this. Oh, Bill, right? Uncle Bill, I'm saying no. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, just put 8. Just like, okay. All right, cool. We're gonna call it there, Elijah, just since we don't have too much to cover for this week, but we'll cover more next week.
Okie dokie then.
Sounds good. All right, take